Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. Today is August 27th, 2025. We are looking at Proverbs chapter 27 and verse 4. Proverbs 27 verse 4 says this: Fury is cruel, anger a flood. But who can withstand jealousy? You know, so many times in our lives we find ourselves in positions where we're wrapped up in rage. I mean, it's more than anger. It is something far more than I want revenge. It is full-blown, I can't think, act, interact, I am undone. And in that, even the most sensible of people will realize that I just don't know how to get out of this. I don't like this, but I don't know, I can't get out of this. It's cruel, right? Anger, it comes in and just washes over you, right? Something happens and you could have been having the best day ever, and all of a sudden a flash flood comes through and starts washing everything away, right? Solomon tells us that those two things, they happen, and we experience them, and they tend to come on pretty quickly. Fury, rage, all of that, it often comes from that flood that hit you, and you're still battling it. But jealousy, or the word that was used for jealousy, which actually means both jealousy and envy. Jealousy is fear of losing what you already have, and envy is fearing not being able to get what somebody else has. That's a simple way of looking at that anyway. This word in the Hebrew, it means both of those. That's not something that you're caught up in. It's something that is just there. It's not something that washes away and then once the flood is gone, you can clean up the mess. It is just there. And that's why Solomon says, who can withstand it? Who can stand up to it? Who can overcome it? The verse right before this, Solomon said, a stone is heavy and sand a burden. The aggravation from a fool outweighs them both. This is one of those situations where if you've got jealousy, you've got envy, you've got those things in you, you are experiencing something that is consuming you. It's not really a flood that you can pick up the pieces of afterwards, because it never stops. It might wane a little bit, but it's still back there, and you have to deal with it. Now, Solomon in this verse, he doesn't give us an answer to that problem, does he? Sometimes wisdom is knowing the truth. And how many times have you heard this? Knowing the truth can set you free. You know, I don't know how many times I've been asked questions and knew the answer and gave the answer, but in the middle of the answer heard the question in a different way and realized that I wasn't answering the question from the standpoint of the truth of the question, or the intent of the question, only answering the words of the question. So do you have things that you're worried about losing? Do you have things that you're overly concerned that you don't have but others do? If you said no, you're a liar. We all do. That is envy and jealousy. And it can weigh heavy on you. Every time I've been able to move forward in my life, in my recovery, it's because I've learned that there was something that I was holding on to, either that I wasn't willing to let go of that I already had, or holding on to the fact that I deserved something that I didn't have. And recognizing that what was more important was living right now in this moment. And even if I didn't have, or even if I lost those things, what I've got now is so much better. Glenn Doris, I saw that you said hi. A lot of people say hi every morning, and I appreciate that you reached out. I hope that it made you feel better that I did recognize you. But would it have changed your day if I didn't? That's kind of what I'm talking about, isn't it? Fury is cruel. Anger, a flood. Who can withstand jealousy? And that is really, really what it stands up to. Do I really need that thing that I'm holding on to? Or will I be okay if I don't have it? Do I really need that thing I'm angry that I don't have, or wishing that I had that somebody else has? Or will I be okay if I never get it? You know, I'm reading the book of Job right now in my morning reads, and Job is lamenting about all his struggles. And as he's reliving all his struggles and lamenting about all of them, he's also saying, but I'll be okay if I never get him back. I just don't want to do it very long. You know, they said, the scripture says that Job never sinned once in all of his lamenting. But he did get corrected by God for being assumptive on what he thought about God, and assuming that God was punishing him when he didn't know that. You and I know how the book of Job starts, and we know why Job experienced all that he did. Job did not know those things. And when God came to him, he said, Job, you don't know what you don't know. And Job said, you're right. I'm sorry. Can we go into our day today recognizing we're okay with what we've got? Putting our trust in our higher power, in Jesus Christ, in the creator of heaven and earth, God, Yahweh. Can we do that? Every time I have, life goes better. But when I don't, I am overwhelmed. I can't withstand it. I feel washed away. Something to think about. William, hi. I know that I'm your grandpa, but I am a grandpa, so I appreciate you. The rest of you, I love y'all. Every one of you. Have a great and blessed day. God bless.